everybody, it's Melissa, health and wellness coach, nurse practitioner, and researcher in training. And today we're doing something a little bit different. So we're not making anything technically, but I want to talk about lunches and leftovers, also lunches. So as you can see, I've made my kids lunches for tomorrow. And these are just some cool little nifty Planet Box lunch kits that I like because they last a long time. Kind of pay for them, but they're worth it. They're good. You can take the little stickies and things off. But that's not the point. The point is the content. You can have any kind of lunch kit. That does not matter. And so sometimes as parents, we're like, what am I going to fix for my kids for lunch? I don't know. So you know my motto. We keep it simple and we keep it healthy. And I try to follow an 80-20 rule. So making sure 80% of what they eat is healthy. The other 20%, maybe not so much. You're enjoying life 80% of the time, right? So what we've got, I've got my little dude's lunch kit and my little girl's lunch kit. They're almost identical and that helps it. And then I just tweak what one doesn't like. So we've got some chicken breast here. This is actually 4 ounces of chicken, a regular chicken breast. We just slice it up and so they can take it, kind of like chicken fingers, but it's not fried. Of course, they're like, Mommy, can you put some ketchup in here the next time we eat it? So I've just got a little bit of ketchup in there, right? So that's kind of that 20%. There's nothing healthy about this ketchup. It's organic ketchup, but that does not make it healthy. So we know it. But with the chicken breast, it's nice because we just put like a bunch of chicken on the grill and then we can use that for salads. If I want to take my lunch or my husband's taking his lunch and I pair like some roasted vegetables that we talked about in a different video, it's just quick and simple. We're just plugging and playing what we got in the refrigerator and putting it in there. Then I've got some chopped up apples, and these will stay pretty good. They won't get all nasty and brown. And this is just one whole apple that I chopped and cut up into little bite-sized pieces. And I find when I send my kids to school with fruit or vegetables that are pre-chopped, I'm likely to get a tray that comes back empty. If I send them with their different lunch kit and it's a whole apple or a whole orange, it's probably just coming right back home. And then we've got some peanut butter pretzels. So again, yeah, these are not a healthy snack. Don't be fooled by things that are like, oh, healthy snack, peanut butter pretzels. But they're fine. They're okay, right? This is the 20%. So a little bit of carbohydrate, a little bit of extra fat, a little bit of fun food for them. And then we've got some vegetables. So my daughter doesn't like the carrots and my son doesn't like the cucumbers. So we just try to get what works for them. So this is pretty simple. This is kind of like our Monday through Thursday. No, this doesn't always look the same, but generally sometimes, hey, if life is real and we don't have a lot of time, there is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in this box. But we always tend to put a fruit, whether it's grapes or berries, and some type of vegetable. We had another issue where we did some hummus. So that would go in here sometimes too for the vegetables. And then for little mama, that's it for her. And we just package that up. And then my son, he has like an additional snack or something at school, and he tends to eat a lot more than she does. And he's 5, she's 7. So that's another thing. Just monitor how your kids are eating. Your children will regulate their eating behavior well, especially in the early years, if you haven't forced a lot of food upon them or allowed them just to graze throughout the day. Sometimes people will say, oh, my children won't really eat anything. But I would challenge you to monitor, for most part, are they just grazing throughout the day? So they're not hungry. Their calorie need is not the same as ours. And then also, are they going through different growth spurts? I find sometimes my children are ravenous and they will eat a lot. And that's fine as long as they're eating and it's healthy. And then there are times when they're like, oh, I don't really want anything. They're kind of doing one of these numbers. So let your children regulate their eating behavior, and just make sure you kind of give them some parameters to regulate within. So that's it. And then what I do too is just monitor what comes back home, right? So we talk about school, don't throw food away. Bring it back home if you didn't eat it. Sometimes they're hungry when they get home. Open up your lunch kit. There's your ready-made snack, so I don't have to go make something else. Or it's like, yeah, Mom, you've sent that to school for 3 days and we really didn't like whatever. Then we readjust. But most people have to try something. I used to think it was 9 times, and then I was at a conference last week and they said 17 times. So 17 times to try something before you don't like it. So anyways, that is it for today. Just a quick little tip about making something healthy for your kids' lunch. Who knew you could send your kids to school with chicken breast, right? Simple and easy because you made a big batch. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Keep it simple, keep it healthy, and do something good for yourself and for your family this week. Thanks for listening.